The Islanders have a lot to be excited about. This is the last season at the Nassau Coliseum before they move to their new home this fall at the UBS Arena in Elmont. Tim Lewicki heads the company building the new facility. With construction buzzing around him, he told WCBS reporter Peter Haskell he believes the new state-of-the-art arena will provide the same home ice advantage as the old barn.
Facts about the building. So this roof is only roughly 3 or 4 feet higher than the roof at Nassau Coliseum. So from a hockey standpoint and the Islander fans, the actual noise and the culture that we have at those wonderful games at the barn will be recreated here as we drop the roof down to make it as intimate as possible. This is the largest lower level of any arena in the metro area. So it means that our upper bowl is actually very small, and yet the roof comes down. We're only 3 or 4 feet higher than the Nassau Coliseum. We have 17,500 seats in here for hockey compared to 13,400 at the Coliseum, and yet the bowl is as intimate as the experience at the Coliseum. So for sporting events and Islanders, it'll be loud. It'll be the same kind of noise that you hear at Nassau Coliseum. But for concerts, you'll see that all of the walls and all of the exposed areas will eventually be treated so that we can acoustically make sure no bounce back, no bad sound. So acoustically, we want this experience to be as close to the Garden for a concert experience as we could get. Again, lower roof, acoustical tiles, and the largest lower bowl in the marketplace. As you can see, making progress. Our seats are in on the upper level. We're beginning to put all the stanchions in on the middle levels, and then eventually, within a month, we'll have all of the seats filled in down below. And tomorrow, Michael and his team on the outside will start building out the frame of the scoreboard, and we'll lift the scoreboard to the middle of the ceiling. So this is the Islanders locker room. And one of the things you see that we're beginning to build out is this round locker room will have a round roof. The Islanders logo will be in the roof. All of the stalls, ultimately, you see we have air ventilation that will go into their stalls to make sure we're having complete air circulation. So funny part about this building is we have 80% more air flow in this building than the Nassau Coliseum, because we all know how important now air circulation is. So as the COVID virus came in, ironically, we had already been thinking through how to have the best and the most clean air of any arena in the marketplace. We also have the most sophisticated air, not just the airflow, but the filterization system. So it's, what is it, Michael? MERV 13, thank you. So MERV 13 is what everyone's saying they now want to go back and renovate to. It's actually in this building, and we have 4 massive air circulation systems on each corner of the building to give us that 80% more air capacity. So we have the healthiest and the most well-driven building in the marketplace. But we also created air circulation for all the players in each of their stalls. So you'll see little features, but it's about business. And the one thing that Lou wanted, this is about business. So it's a beautifully stunning locker room, but it's an efficient locker room. All of the electronic equipment is here so that ultimately the coaches can review strategy or go through what happened during the last period. So one of the other unique aspects of this building is we have, as you see, 3 different balconies and restaurants that are outside and could be year-round. This is one of them. And what's unique about this one is you see the racetrack. So eventually this whole production facility for Belmont Park and the racetrack with all their TV trucks, we will relocate and rebuild for them. So you're going to be able to sit here and watch the race on the day of the Belmont Stakes. Our connection, not just with the facade and the design of the building, literally we're right next door. And so the racetrack has been good enough to allow us to be neighbors, and we share not just all of the features, but this is a great place to hang out on the day of the Belmont Stakes. So there will be a lot of interactive connections between the UBS Arena and the Belmont Park racetrack. The most important part, though, is our 5,500 parking spaces are all wrapped around the track, and the new Long Island Railroad station that we're building that is literally about a 10-minute walk from the station to the new UBS Arena is now under construction, and you can see them in the dirt just on the underside of the infield. I imagine there's going to be a day where we could connect the infield and be able to work with Belmont on how to do activation on music and festivals inside the racetrack when they're not racing. We'll have a 5,000 person plaza here to do outdoor events and concerts. And then the walkway that we're building from the parking to the Long Island Railroad Station to the UBS Arena will be covered, including solar panels, in order to help us become efficient on our commitment to be the first arena in New York to be carbon neutral.